Hey guys, Corey here at Blackwood Woodworks. Today we've got an easy to build shop cabinet that's going to help with some of the storage needs for the shop. Stick around and I'll show you how to build it. I started off this project by ripping down some 3/4 inch plywood. My cabinet was going to be 4 feet tall by 3 feet wide and 10 inches deep. Here I'm cutting out all the 10-inch sides. Took my rough lengths from the table saw and cut them down to size on the miter saw. Once I had my pieces for the sides of the case cut, I pre-drilled and screwed them together after checking for square. With the sides complete, I went back to the table saw and cut out the back piece. It took a little bit of trial and error, but it was a really snug fit. I checked to make sure that the back was in square with both of the side pieces, as well as the side pieces being square with themselves in case that the back threw it off. Once the back was square and where I needed it to be, I pre-drilled and screwed the back into place. Once the main case was complete, I went back to the table saw and ripped down some 8-inch sections for the interior shelves. I took my pieces over to the miter saw and cut 3 shelves at 18 inches long. I put the shelves into a rough position of where I wanted them, added glue, squared them to the case, and tacked them into place. I later came back and added screws just for a little extra structural support. Before I put on the main door, I took a second and sanded all the edges smooth. Once everything was sanded smooth, I came back and added piano hinges. I took my awl and made little marks where I needed to pre-drill for my screws. I pre-drilled those holes and attached the piano hinge to the front of the door. I repeated the same process for putting the other side of the hinge on the inside of the case. I added a magnetic catch and a little wooden knob for the door. When I closed the door for the first time, I noticed there's a little bit of dead space, so I ran back to the hardware store and grabbed some pegboard. I added some 1-inch screws and a couple washers of spacers and attached it to the front of the door. I wrestled the cabinet into place and attached it to the back studs of the wall with 2.5-inch screws. I loaded it up with all my small easy to lose items and added a few choice drill bits to the front of the pegboard. Well, there you go guys, simple shop furniture. Built to serve a function, not necessarily to look pretty. I really like with the unwasted space on the front, I've got my drill brits right there, ready for my drill press, which is going to help out with flow. I'm also really happy with the storage on the inside to house all my small, easy to lose items. Well guys, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with a project video.